If you walk into a bank today and ask for $100,000 to start a business, they will laugh you out of the building. They'll ask for collateral, a business plan, and they'll definitely check your credit score. But if you ask for that same $100,000 to pay for a college degree, one that has zero guarantee of a job, they will hand you the money in 5 minutes. No credit check, no collateral, no questions asked. Why? Because it's the only loan in the United States that you cannot escape. You can declare bankruptcy on credit card debt. You can declare bankruptcy on gambling debt. You can even declare bankruptcy on a failed business. But you cannot declare bankruptcy on student loans. It's a debt that follows you to the grave. Welcome to Season 3 of Wealth Code. Today, we are exposing the $100,000 trap. We're going to show you why colleges intentionally raise prices to match loan limits, how the government profits from your failure, and the mathematical proof that for 50% of you, college is a financial suicide mission. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Don't sign that paper until you watch this. In 2005, a law was passed that changed everything. It made federal student loans non-dischargeable in bankruptcy. This single move stripped away the only real protection you had as a borrower. Think about the incentives here. If a bank knows you can't go bankrupt, they have zero risk. They don't care if you study something useful like engineering or something useless like underwater basket weaving. They get paid either way. They can garnish your wages. They can take your tax refund. They can even take your Social Security checks when you're 70 years old. This isn't lending. This is indentured servitude. You are signing a contract that guarantees you will give a percentage of your labor to the government for the next 20 years. And you're signing it at 18 when you aren't even legally allowed to buy a beer. So why is college so incredibly expensive? Did the professors get 10 times smarter? Did the textbooks get 10 times better? No, it's a concept called the Bennett Hypothesis. When the government says, we will loan any student any amount of money, the colleges had a revelation. They realized, we can just raise the price and the government will write a bigger check. If the government increases the loan limit by $5,000, you can bet the college will raise tuition by $5,000 the very next year. And where does all that money go? It's not going into your education. It's going to bloat. It goes to luxury dorms, lazy rivers, esports arenas, and an army of vice deans who do practically nothing. You aren't paying for an education. You are paying for a 4-year vacation resort that charges you $50,000 a year. Let's do the math they won't show you in high school. Meet student Sam. He goes to college and racks up $100,000 in debt. He spends for years not earning any money. Now meet worker Will. He skips college and gets a sales job making $40,000 a year. He invests $10,000 a year into the S&P 500. By the time Sam graduates at 22, he is $100,000 in the hole. Will, on the other hand, is $160,000 ahead just from his earnings, and his investments are already compounding. Sam has to spend the next 10 years paying off debt just to get back to zero. By that time, Will is already buying a house. This is called opportunity cost. The true cost of college isn't just the tuition. It's the 4 years of lost earnings and lost compounding. If you invest that tuition money instead of spending it, you could be a millionaire by 45 without ever getting a degree. But the financial cost is nothing compared to the psychological cost. Debt kills dreams. When you graduate with a $500 a month loan payment, you cannot take risks. You can't start that business you've always dreamed of. You can't travel the world. You can't take a low-paying internship at a cool startup. You have to take the safe, boring corporate job just to service the debt. You become a slave to a paycheck immediately. And if you remember our video number 21, that is exactly what the system wants: obedient workers. Debt is the ultimate tool of control. A person with no debt is hard to boss around. But a person with $100,000 in debt will do whatever you tell them. So, should you never go to college? Not necessarily. But you must stop treating it like an experience and start treating it like an investment. Here's what you do. Rule number 1. Only go if the degree has a direct path to a high income, like engineering, medicine, or law. Do not borrow money for a sociology degree. Rule number 2. Use the 2+2 hack. Do your first 2 years at a community college for cheap, then transfer to a university for the diploma. The degree looks exactly the same, but it costs half as much. And rule number 3. Look at trade schools. An elevator mechanic makes more money than a marketing manager and carries zero debt. A degree is not a ticket to wealth. It's a receipt. It just proves you spent the money. It doesn't prove you learned anything useful. In the age of AI, skills are the only currency that matters. Don't start your life in a hole that takes 20 years to dig out of. Next time, we are debunking the myth of grades. We're exposing why A students often work for C students. Why does the system reward compliance, while the market rewards rebellion? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss it. Stay debt-free.